Shalom, Ahab, wa Baraka. First and foremost, Kal Halala Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kwakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers of Great Millstone bringing out this 100% truth for like the last 20, 30 years. And nothing's changed with what they've said. And double honors for that, for standing strong in the truth, the 100% truth. All right, today I just want to bring out a short class because lately my devices have been cutting my classes off. I did a 2-hour class on Sunday, and it literally, the class was cut off after 14 minutes. And the same thing happened a couple days earlier with the class I did. Doing a reaction class to one of Menachezak's videos, and I thought it was a great class, and it actually got cut off. So I was pretty sad about that. So I don't know if what's going on with it. So I'm going to try and do a really short class today, a couple precepts, and then I'm going to let it go. So let's get into it. This is Proverbs chapter 20, KJV, and we're going to just read verse 1. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. False doctrine is a mocker, and whoever is deceived by false doctrine is not wise. So that's why we always tell you guys to study. Let's get a precept on that. So wine is a mocker. So let's go over to let's go to the I'm gonna get Ephesians, even though I don't want to. Ephesians chapter 5 KJV. There's a couple good scriptures in here. I'm gonna go down to 18 and just precept the what I just said. And be not drunk with wine, wherein excess, but be filled with the Spirit. So don't be drunk with the false doctrine. In other words, don't fall into theology. Don't subscribe to the beast system. But be filled with the Spirit. How do you get filled with the Spirit? By studying, by staying in the Scriptures. We're at the end times. There ain't much time left for us to even be out here teaching you anymore. Pretty soon, everything's gonna get shut down. And if you haven't figured that out yet, I would like to tell you that you're doomed, because I don't want to say, I hate to say it, because I don't. You've been told, you've had your chance. So with that being said, let's get some more scriptures. Let's go to the book of let's go to the book of Romans, and we're gonna go to chapter 1. And let's get verse 21. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God. So let's read that again. Because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as Yahweh, neither were they thankful, but become vain in their imaginations, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Your heart is your mind. So, and to be dark, it's also a representation of evil. So their stupid minds were evil, and they didn't glorify Yahweh. So what did I just tell you? You gotta not be drunk, but to be in the Spirit. So what are you guys doing? You're going off of man's vain imagination. Let's get it. Matthew 15:9. But in vain they do worship me, teaching doctrines, the commandments of men. So what they're doing is they're using their own imagination to make up what they want you to believe. So let's go back over to the book of Romans. And let's go to the book of Romans. Romans chapter 1 KJV. And let's read it again now. Go back down to 21. Because that when thou knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as Yahweh, neither were thankful, but were vain in their imaginations, because their foolish hearts was darkened. So they heard the truth, and they decided that they didn't want the truth. They wanted something else. So they started making things up to fulfill their desires of what they think the scripture should actually be saying. That's why they make things up, because they wanted to say something different. I'm going to get one more precept, and then I'm pretty much going to call it after this. Let's go back to the book of Ephesians. Go back to chapter 5. Going down to verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words, nor unclean person, nor, I jumped verses, I'm sorry. This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience. And the children of disobedience is that 2/3 and the other nations. So and also, of course, the one that's going to go extinct, Esau. But let no man deceive you with vain words. So what did I just tell you before that? They teach the precepts of men out of their own vain imagination. They make stuff up. It says, don't be drunk. Don't be drunk on their philosophies and false doctrines. That's what it's talking about. I got a bar sitting behind me. Now, Levitical law says you are allowed to have drinks. The Levitical law also requires you to have a glass of wine. A glass of wine on the Sabbaths and the feast days and the new moons. So we drink. We don't sit there and get drunk all the time, because that's excessive. But with that being said, if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, I hope you were able to get something out of this message. Call halal Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakwa Kadash Tuah.